was just going to do another stream just to update on that combo. I don't know if you want to do a recap or...
So you can do a live stream?
Yeah, you want to do a recap?
Okay.
Or not? Okay, I was going to get you like with this in the background. That's what, I can film these too if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. There's one. Cool. Okay.
It's 12:59 p.m. Wednesday, November 20th, 2013. We're here in New Orleans, Louisiana. This is the Orleans Parish Prison. This is the prison where they hold the highest per capita amount of inmates for anywhere in the world for this jurisdiction. And it's also where they spend the least per capita on the inmates of anywhere in the country. And we tried to find a way in, a way to ask people what's going on. This is the only door we could find that leads to the prison, and it's locked. If you look inside, there's a desk back there and a lot of seats, but nobody's in there. There's nobody behind the desk, there's no one sitting in the seats. They have signs up all over the place that say no cell phones or electronic equipment. They have larger signs that say a lot more things that you can't bring in there. So just a moment ago, we went inside the police station and we asked questions about filming police there, and they said absolutely, totally okay. You can film the police in public in Louisiana. This is a one-party consent state, so you don't need to inform people you're recording. We then asked about the consent decree and how things have changed within the police department as a result of the Department of Justice investigations into the police department and the indictments and FBI charges against officers as a result of Katrina and post-Katrina happenings, including shootings, murders, cover-ups by the police department and their colleagues. As soon as we invoked the federal consent decree, we got, I can't comment on that. You'd think the public information officer would be able to comment on just about anything, but unfortunately not. So we walked around the building. We see that it's a courthouse on the other side. There's some gated entrances with razor wire where vehicles would pull up, it would open, they pull in, close down. So very secured, very closed off. All the people in here, they're out of sight, they're out of mind. They don't want people to know exactly what's going on in there. So we came back here, it was still locked up, and so we gave a call to the sheriff's department. Whether or not the sheriff's department is based out of the prison itself is unclear, but we called them up, and the person we spoke to transferred us to the public information officer for the sheriff's department. He was actually willing to speak with us a little bit, but didn't really answer any questions specifically. He said that he wasn't sure if he was able to answer our questions. We asked about conditions, reforms, and we invoked the name of one of the whistleblowers within the department who we thought was maybe trying to get change and encouraging others to think about what's going on in there. And when we did that, he seemed to get a little nervous, want to back away from the conversation, and he said we could try speaking with that person directly. He also gave us the information that Brian Collins, the whistleblower deputy, is not currently working at the facility. He may still be employed there, but he said something about we've invited him back and his lawyer is working on that. If I was Deputy Collins, I probably would not be interested in going back to work there, to be honest, for the sake of his own safety. It's great that I'd like to think that there are good people who would be on the inside and keeping an eye on things, but at the same time, it's dangerous, it's risky, and there's a lot of embedded interests that don't have an interest in seeing things change and seeing there being more safety and controls. So it's unfortunate that that's how the system is, but we've tried to get accountability and transparency here as best as possible. The police are at least willing to send someone out to smile and say no comment. At the prison, they're a little bit more closed off. We haven't been able to get FaceTime with anybody. But hopefully, this individual that we did talk to on the phone, he'll consider it. Others will probably see this video and consider it. And we did speak to some sheriff's deputies as they're going in and out of the building, the court side. And they instantly said, if you have a question, call such and such number, and you can get an update from the sheriff. So they're well trained here in not answering questions, giving out information, just bumping it up the food chain.
Cool. Thanks, brother. That extra